Hello everyone, magandang buhay po sa lahat. Welcome na welcome po kayo dito sa aking Mathematics Tagalog tutorial. Sa video na ito, I am going to illustrate and define what is sets, what is well-defined set, and what is not well-defined set. So, i-define po natin ang term na ito and also I am going to present examples for each term. And also, I am going to discuss the different kind of sets. So, we have finite sets, infinite sets, empty or null sets, and universal sets. So, i-define ko po isa-isa kung ano po yung definition ng bawat kind of sets na ito and magpipresent po ako ng examples for each set. And also, I am going to discuss the different ways of describing set. So we have the verbal description method, second, roster or listing method, and the third one, set builder notation. So i-define po natin ano nga ba yung different ways na ito and also I'm going to present examples. And also I'm going to discuss the cardinality of set, the subsets, and the union and intersection of sets. So lahat po yan ay i-define natin at magbibigay po ako ng examples sa bawat terms po na ito. Okay, so let's start by defining the first term. We have set. Set as a collection of well-defined distinct objects. The objects contained in the set are called elements. So we have these examples. We have the set of books, the set of rocks, the set of trees. Notice here na ang bawat set po natin, sila po ay well-defined distinct objects. So pag sinabi po nating books, lahat po ng books ay nandito. Ano po? That is set of books. Set of rocks, so the different kind of rocks. Set of trees, the different kind of trees. So yun po yung ibig sabihin ng set. It is well-defined distinct objects. Okay, so nabanggit po kanina, the word well-defined sets sa definition po ng sets. So ano nga po ba ang ibig sabihin ng well-defined sets? It means that it is possible to determine whether an object belongs to a given set or not. So, the keyword here is possible to determine. Okay, so ito po yung ating examples ng well-defined sets. So we have a set of fruits, a set of counting numbers, the set of all even numbers. So notice here, ito po ay well-defined sets. Bakit? Kasi possible po nating ma-determine kung ano po yung objects that belong to this set. For example, a set of fruits. So we have banana, apple, we have guava. So alam po natin yung mga fruits na yan. Okay? Another one is a set of counting numbers. So what are the counting numbers? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So possible po nating ma-determine yon. Kaya siya po ay well-defined set. Another one is the set of all even numbers. So we have, what are the even numbers? Start from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. So ito po ay the different examples of well-defined sets. Okay, kung meron tayong well-defined sets, meron naman po tayong not well-defined sets. Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng not well-defined sets? Means that it is not possible to determine whether an object belongs to a given set or not. So ang ibig sabihin po nito ay not possible to determine. So meron po bang mga sets na not possible to determine the object that belongs to that set? Okay, let's have this example. Number 1, the set of famous dancers. So hindi po specific yung ating set. Ano po? So it is not possible to determine. Okay? Kasi famous dancers. So marami pong famous dancers pero di po natin alam kung sino-sino po sila. Okay? Another one is that the set of honest people. So sa ating barangay, sa ating community, there are many honest people. Pero sino-sino po ba sila? Hindi po natin maisa-isa dito. Ano po? So this set is not well-defined set. Another one is that the set of good writers. So there are many good writers in our community. Pero hindi po natin sila kilala kung sino-sino sila. So therefore, this is not well-defined set. Okay, so let's proceed. How to write and name a sets. So paano nga po ba magsulat at magpangalan ng set? Ganito lang po yon. We have this example. We have A is equal to open brace, close brace. We have numbers inside. Ano po ang ibig sabihin nito? Yan po ay, yung A po natin yan, that is the name of the set. Okay? So we have this set as set A kasi A po ang nandito. And ito pong A na ito, kapag nagpapangalan po na tayo ng set, always big letter, okay? Or capital letter. And then, what is this braces? Always po, yung braces na yan ang nag-i-enclose dito po sa number inside. Ito po yung sabi kanina sa definition ng set that the objects belong to the set. So, ang set A, ang objects that belong to set A ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Ang tawag po dyan sa 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 na yan, yan po ay yung elements of set A or the elements of the set. Okay? Okay, so how about the ways of describing set? So there are three ways of describing set. We have number one, the verbal description method. Okay, so what is this verbal description method as one way of describing set? So the set is described in words using a verbal statement. Okay, so ibig sabihin, words po ang gagamitin natin to describe the set. Okay, let's have these examples. Number one, we have set P is the set of planets in the solar system. Okay? So yung set P, P is the name of the set and the elements are the set of planets in the solar system. So notice here na ang set po natin ay in a words or verbal statement. Okay? This is considered as set. Another example is that number two, set W is the set of days in a week. Okay, ang name po ng set natin ay W at ang kanyang elements po ay set of days in a week. Okay, so madidetermine po ba natin yung set of days in a week? Yes po, di ba po? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday until sa Sunday. Okay, how about this number 3 example? Set D contains the set of even numbers less than 10. Okay, the name of the set is set D and the elements of the set are the set of even numbers less than 10. So notice here, yung ating pong set is described using the verbal description method. Ito po lahat ay verbal statement. Okay, how about second way of describing set? The roster or listing method. So ano nga po ba ang ibig sabihin nitong roster or listing method? The elements of the set are listed in a row, separated using commas, and enclosed with braces. So ibig sabihin, kaya po siya tinawag na roster or listing method, yung elements ng set ay nakalisted already or naka-indicate na yung elements ng ating set. For example, ito po yon. Number 1, we have set A is equal to, open and close braces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yung elements po ng set ay nakalisted in a row. Ito po yon. Nakalagay na po kaagad yung kanyang elements. Okay? So, yan po yung way of roster or listing method. Okay? Another one example is that B or set B is equal to, open and close braces, red, white, and blue. So, ang name of the set is set B at ang kanyang elements ay red, white, blue. So, listed already yung kanyang elements. Okay? Another one, number 3, set C or C is equal to, open and close. We have A, E, I, U, O. Okay? So, yung elements po ng set C natin na letters na ito ay listed already. Kaya po siya tinawag na roster or listing method. Okay? For the third way of describing set, the set builder notation. So, ano naman po itong set builder notation? Mathematical notation for describing a set that states the properties that its members must satisfy. Okay, so ano po yan? Ito po yung ating example for the set builder notation. Number 1, we have A is equal to, close and open and close braces, X, and then meron po tayong vertical line, and then X is a vowel. So ano pong ibig sabihin nito? Itong A na ito is the name of the set, set A. And then, yung kanyang elements ay naka-enclose pa rin po ng braces, open and close braces. Pero sa loob ng braces ay hindi po elements yung nakalagay, kundi properties or statement. Okay? Statements na nagsasaad kung ano yung elements ng A. Ito po ay read as X such that X is a vowel. Okay, so ang elements po ng A ay vowel. Okay? So, yan po yung ibig sabihin ng set builder notation as one way of describing set. Another one, number 2, I'm going to read this set. B is equal to, open and close braces, X such that X are counting numbers less than 10. Okay? The name of the set is set B and the elements are x such as x are counting numbers less than 10. Okay, iyan po yung set builder notation. Another one, number 3 example, set C is equal to x such as x are days of the week. So yung elements ng set C ay days of the week. Okay? Next that we are going to discuss is the different kind of sets. There are many kinds of sets. We have number 1, finite sets. So what is this finite sets? The set has a limited number of elements and can be counted. So ibig sabihin, yung finite sets ay mayroon siyang limited number of elements. So kapag sinabi nating limited, pwede po nating i-count kung ilan yung elements ng finite sets. Okay, let's have this number 1 example. We have set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, the name of the set is set A. The elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At wala na pong ibang elements. So, ibig sabihin, limited po ang elements or pwede po nating i-count kung ilan po yung number of elements. Okay? So, yan po yung example ng finite set. Another one example, we have set B is equal to red, white, blue. So the elements of set B are red, white, and blue. So ibig sabihin, countable po yung kanyang elements. Okay? Wala na pong ibang elements kundi itong tatlo po na colors lang na ito. Number 3 example, we have set C. The elements are A, E, I, U, O. So itong 5 letters po na ito, ay ito lang po yung kanyang elements, wala nang iba. Kaya po siya ay nakalagay sa finite set, limited number of elements. Countable po yung elements niya. Okay? How about this number 3 example? Number 4 example. Itong 1, 2, 3, ang ginamit ko po dito ay roster or listing method. Ito pong number 4, ang ginamit ko po dito na pagpipresent ng set ay verbal description method. So number 4 set is that set D is the set of planets in the solar system. Okay, ang name of set po natin ay set D. Ang elements po niya ay set of planets in the solar system. Kaya po ba nating bilangin yung planets in the solar system? Yes, ilan lang po yung planets natin sa solar system. So ibig sabihin, countable po yung kanyang elements. So therefore, this element or this set is a finite sets. Okay, for the second kind of set is that infinite set. So kung meron po tayong finite, meron naman po tayong infinite sets. So ano naman po itong infinite sets? The set has an unlimited number of elements which may or may not be counted. So ibig sabihin, pag unlimited, marami. Hindi po natin kayang bilangin yung kanyang elements. Kaya po siya tinawag na infinite or infinite sets. Okay, let's have this number 1 example. Set W is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at meron po tayong tatlong tuldok. Ibig sabihin po ng tatlong tuldok na ito ay you can continue the numbers. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. Wala pong hangganan. Kaya po ito, sabi niya, not be countable. Hindi po natin kayang bilangin kung ilan lahat sila kasi infinite, infinite. So wala pong hangganan. Okay? So, this is our example for infinite. Another one is that set x is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So yung nakalagay po natin na numbers dito ay even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, pwede pong dugtungan. 10, 12, 14, and so on. Ano po? Kasi meron po tayong 3 dots. Ang ibig po palang sabihin nito ay ellipsis. Okay? So you can continue the elements. Okay? So this is infinite or infinite. How about this number 3 example? So we have set t is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. We have ellipsis. Pwede pong continue 50, 60, 70, and so on. So, yung kanyang elements ay hindi po countable. So, nakalagay po dito unlimited number of elements. Pwede po ninyong dugtungan. Okay? Another one, number 4 example, the set of odd numbers. So again, yung 1, 2, 3 natin ay presented using roster or listing method at number 4 example natin ay presented using verbal description method. Okay, the set of odd numbers. So there are many odd numbers sa ating natural numbers. Okay? Sa ating positive numbers. So napakarami pong odd numbers doon. So ibig sabihin, not countable po yung kanyang elements, kaya po siya ay under infinite or infinite sets. Okay, so for the third kind of set, we have empty or null sets. So ano naman po ang ibig sabihin ng empty or null sets? A set with no element is an empty set or null set. The symbol for empty set is close and open braces. So wala pong element sa gitna, or pwede pong 0 and then may slash. So ito po yung symbol ng empty set. Kapag ganyan po yung makikita natin, ibig sabihin ito po ay null set or empty set. Okay? So no elements po. Paano po ba yon? Ito, number 1 example natin. W is equal to close and open braces. So wala pong number, wala pong letters, wala pong verbal or word inside the braces. So, ibig sabihin, kapag ito po ay blank, ito po ay empty or null set. So wala pong element yung set W natin. Okay? Number 2 example, we have using description method. Set T is the set of black hearts in a standard deck of playing cards. So sa ating pong playing cards, meron po ba tayong black hearts? Wala po. Ano po? Kaya po yung set T, siya po ay empty or null sets. Wala po siyang elements. Kasi ang sa ating pong playing card, so sa ating pong braha, ang heart lang po natin doon ay kulay red. Wala pong black. Ano po? Kaya wala pong elements yung set T natin. Number 3 example, using description method. Set P is the set of months with 25 days. Okay, ang name of set natin is set P. The elements are set of months with 25 days. So meron po ba tayong months from January to December na ang days po niya ay 25 days lang? Wala po. So, ibig sabihin, wala pong elements ang set P. Wala pong magsasatisfy na months na may 25 days. Okay? And we have number 4 example. Set T is the set of cars with 100 wheels. So ang name of set natin ay set T at ang kanyang elements ay cars with 100 wheels. So meron po ba tayong car with 100 wheels? Possible po ba yan na magkaroon ng 100 na gulong ang ating car? Wala pong ganun. Ano po? Kaya ito po ay empty set or null set. Wala po siyang elements. Okay, so how about this fourth and last kind of set? We have your universal set. So ano naman po ang ibig sabihin ng universal set? The set contains all relevant elements for a particular context. It is denoted by a symbol U. Okay, so kapag U po ang name of the set, ito po ay universal set. Okay? So, example po natin for the universal set, we have set U contains the set of months of the year. So, ang ibig sabihin po ng universal set, para nilang po siyang set, ito pong set na ginamit ko ay using verbal description method. So, ang name lang po ng set niya ay set U. Pag sinabing U, universal set. Pag universal set, sakop niya po lahat ng set. Okay? So, U contains the set of months of the year. So, kapag ilalagay po natin in a form of roster or listing method, we have U, set U or universal set is equal to, ito po yung months of the year from January, February up to December. So lahat po ito ng months of the year. Okay? So ito po ay universal set kasi ang ginamit po natin na name of the set is U. Another one, set U contains the set of counting numbers. Okay? So, U po yung ginamit natin na name of the set. Ito po ay universal set. Okay? So, using listing method, we have U is equal to, sabi po niya, ang kanyang elements ay counting numbers. So, hindi po niya sinabi kung hanggang kailan po yung, hanggang saan yung counting numbers. Kaya, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have that. Okay? Ibig sabihin, you can continue kasi counting numbers po yan. Okay, so how about this number 3 example? We have set U is the set of days in a week. Okay, so the name of the set is U. So ibig sabihin, ito po ay universal set. Okay, kapag ilagay po natin yan into listing method, U is equal to the set of days in a week. Ito po yung days in a week, yung kanyang element. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have Saturday and Sunday. So lahat po yan ay days of the week. Yan po yung kanyang elements. So again, U po yung ginamit natin. So ito po ay universal set. Okay, so another example for universal set. So dadagdagan ko po yung examples ng universal set. Number 4 example, set U contains the set of even numbers less than 10. Okay, so yung set po natin ay written using verbal description method. And we can write its listing or restore method of this set. So paano po natin gawin po ito na listing or restore method? Okay? So first, para makuha po natin yung elements ng set U na even numbers less than 10, ay ililist muna natin ano nga ba yung mga numbers less than 10. So yung mga numbers less than 10 are 1, 2, 3 hanggang 9. Okay? Ito po yung mga numbers less than 10. At mula po dito sa numbers na ito, kunin po natin itong elements niya na even numbers. Okay, ano po ba yung mga even numbers sa numbers na ito? Ang even numbers po ay divisible by 2. So we have skip count by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Lahat po yan ay even numbers. Okay, so therefore, ang elements po ng set U ay 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so ito na po yung kanyang listing or roster method. How about this number 5 example? We have set U contains the set of odd numbers between 5 and 15. So the name of the set is the universal set U at yung kanyang elements ay odd numbers between 5 and 15. So para makuha po natin yung odd numbers between 5 and 15, ay ilist muna natin ano ba yung mga numbers between 5 and 15. So syempre, pag sinabi po nating between, hindi po kasama yung 5 and 15. So ito po yung mga numbers between 5 and 15. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8 na 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay? So mula po dito sa numbers between 5 and 14, kunin po natin yung odd numbers. So ano po yung mga odd numbers? Yung mga odd numbers po ay cannot be divisible by 2. So ano po yung mga yon? Ito po yung 7, 9, 11, 13. Hindi po pwedeng i-divide ito by 2. Kaya ito po ay odd numbers. So ibig sabihin, kunin na natin yung set U, yung kanyang elements. So set U is equal to 7, 9, 11, 13. So those are the elements of set U. Okay, so another example again for the universal set. Last example, number 6. Set U contains the set of numbers less than 15 that is divisible by 3. Okay, so again, ang given po dito ay verbal description method. We can write this one into listing method. Okay, so ano po yung mga numbers less than 15 that is divisible by 3? So again, ilist muna natin yung mga numbers less than 15. Ito po yung mga numbers less than 15. Okay? From 1 to 14. Okay? And then kukunin po natin dito yung divisible by 3. So pag sinabi po natin divisible by 3, you're going to get the numbers that is divisible by 3. Or in short, kukunin po natin or kakount po natin from 3, skip count natin from 3. Okay? So, skip count tayo 3, 6, 9, 12. So, lahat ng numbers na ito ay divisible by 3. Ano po? Okay, 3, 6, 9, and 12. So, therefore, yung mga numbers na yan, divisible by 3. Next that we are going to discuss is the cardinality of set. So, ano naman po ang ibig sabihin ng cardinality of set? Ito po yon. The cardinal number of set A denoted by n, close and open parenthesis A, is the number of elements in set A. So ano pong ibig sabihin ng cardinality of set? Pag sinabi po natin cardinality of set, ay yun po yung number of elements in the given set. Okay, bibilangin po natin yung number of elements sa given set, yan po yung cardinality of set. And ito po ay denoted by symbol N, always small letter N, and then the name of the set. Okay, let's have an example para maintindihan po natin yung cardinality of set. Number 1, we have set Q is equal to A, B, C, D, E. So yung given po na set natin ay listing method. So kapag listing method yung given na set, madali pong kunin yung cardinality of set kasi mabibilang na po natin kaagad yung number of elements. Okay? So ilan po yung elements ng set Q? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 elements. Kaya kapag ilalagay po natin into symbol NQ, or cardinality of set Q, yan po, N, small letter N, and then yung name of the set Q, ito po ay cardinality of set Q is equal to 5. Yung 5 po, ito po yung number of elements in the given set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ang elements, kaya 5 po ilalagay natin. Another example, okay, using listing method again, set A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, ang set po natin ay A, kaya cardinality of set A is equal to, ilan po yung number of elements ng set A? Count po natin, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kaya ito po 4. Kaya cardinality of set A is equal to 4. Okay? Another example, number 3. So yung given set po natin ay using verbal description method. Set B is the set of vowels in English alphabet. Okay. So kung hindi po natin alam yung vowels in English alphabet, hindi po natin mabibilang kung ilan po yung elements ng set B. Okay, ang pangalan po ng set B ang set ng set natin ay set B. Kaya kailangan ilagay po muna natin into listing method. Ito pong verbal method na ito. So kapag ililisting method, ito po yung kanyang listing method. B is equal to, ano nga po yung mga vowels sa ating English alphabet? Ito lang po yung kanyang vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so ilan po yung vowels dito? Ilan po yung kanyang elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 po lahat. So ibig sabihin, cardinality of set B is equal to 5. So again, hindi po natin makukuha yung cardinality ng set kapag nakalagay po into verbal statement. Okay? Or verbal description method. Kailangan pong gawin po natin muna na siya na listing method. Another example under cardinality of set para maintindihan po natin. So ito pong set natin, set number 4 ay using verbal description method. So hindi po siya listing method, hindi po natin kaagad mabibilang yung kanyang number of elements. Okay, so paano pong gawin natin? Gawin po natin ito muna na listing method. Set C is the set of numbers between 5 and 8. So the name of the set is set C at yung kanyang elements ay numbers between 5 and 8. So kapag gawin po natin yan na listing method, set C is equal to, ano po yung numbers between 5 and 8? So ang numbers po between 5 and 8 ay 6, 7. Ano po? Wala na pong ibang numbers na or whole numbers between 5 and 8, kundi 6, 7 lang. Okay? So ano po yung kanyang cardinality? Ilan po yung kanyang elements? Dalawa lang. Kaya cardinality of C is equal to 2. How about this number 5 example? Again, yung ating pong set is written in verbal description method. So kailangan gawin natin listing method. Set D is the set of odd numbers less than 7. So the name of the set is set D. Ang kanyang elements ay odd numbers less than 7. Okay, so again, ito po yung mga numbers less than 7. Kunin po natin yung odd numbers. Ano po yung mga odd numbers? Numbers that cannot be divided by 2. So ano po yung mga yon? Okay, ito po yung 1, 3, 5. Okay, so ito pong 1, 3, 5. Ito po yung mga numbers na odd numbers less than 7. Kaya ang elements po ng set D ay 1, 3, 5. Makukuha na po natin yung kanyang cardinality of set. So ilan po yung elements ng D? 3 po sila, kaya cardinality of set D is equal to 3. How about this last example? A is equal to x such that x is the set of even numbers less than 2. So yung elements po, yung set po natin ay presented using ano nga pong method ito? Ito pong method na ito ay set builder notation. So again, pag set builder notation ay hindi po nakalagay yung elements niya. So ang nakalagay po ay statement lang. So kailangan po natin ulit na i-write into listing method para mabilang po natin kung ilan po yung kanyang elements. So the name of the set is set E. So set E is equal to, bakit po kaya blank? So meron po bang even numbers less than 2? So ang last po na even numbers ay 2. So wala na pong even numbers less than 2. Kaya ito pong kanyang elements dito or elements ay blank. Ibig sabihin wala pong elements. So ano po yung kanyang cardinality of set? So set E or the cardinality of set E is equal to 0. Okay? Wala pong elements kaya ang cardinality po niya ay 0. Next that we're going to discuss is subsets. So ano nga po ba ang subsets? Given any two sets, A and B, if every element in A is also an element in B, then A is a subset of B. The symbol, okay, this symbol is read A is a subset of B. So ito po ay binabasa as A is a subset of B. Another one is that every set is a subset of itself and empty set is also a subset of every set. Okay, so let's have example about subset. For example, we have this set Q is equal to 1, 2, 3. So the name of the set is Q and the elements are 1, 2, and 3. Now, we're going to derive the different subsets of set Q. So ano nga po ba yung mga pwedeng maging subsets ng set Q? Ito po, pwede po yung maging subsets ng the same elements, yan po yung kanyang pwedeng maging subset. Pwede rin pong yung dalawa, 1, 2, pwede pong 1, 3, pwede pong 2, 3. Okay? So, basta't pag-partner-partneran lang po natin. So, tagdadalawang pares, pwede po yan. Another one, pwede pong tag-isa. Case, 1, 2, 3. And another one, pwede po ang empty set. So, nakalagay po dito that every set is a subset of itself and empty set is also a subset of every set. So, ito po ay empty set, so subset of any set. Okay, and then, kapag nakuha po natin yung mga kanilang elements, pwede po nating lagyan ng pangalan. Okay, so itaas ko po dito. Ito na po yung ating set Q and ito yung kanyang possible subsets. So, kapag lalagyan po natin ng pangalan, syempre, ibahin po natin ng pangalan. This is set Q, pwede naman pong gumamit ng ibang letters. So, pwede pong set A, and then ito po yung kanyang elements. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Pwede pong set B, yung next. And then, lahat po yan ay lalagyan po natin ng pangalan. Okay? So, set B, 1, 2. Set C, 1, 3. Ito po yun. Ito po yun. And then, next ay 2, 3. Set D is 2, 3. Then, set A is 1, F is 2, set G is 3, and then H is the null set or empty set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So bali 8 po lahat ang subsets ng set Q kasi tatlo po yung kanyang elements. So ibig sabihin, habang dumadami yung elements ng isang set, ay dumadami din yung kanyang possible subsets. Okay. Then, if you're going to write in symbol, since A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H are all subsets of set Q, pwede po nating i-write in symbol. So we have this one. So we have A. A is a subset of Q. Okay, this one. Next, B is a subset of Q. This one. B is a subset of Q. C is a subset of Q. D is a subset of Q. Okay, until H is a subset of Q. So notice here, ito pong Q na ito po yung pinagmulan o yung base po na ating set. Ano po? At lahat po ng letters na ito, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, ito po yung mga subsets niya. Next that we're going to discuss is the union and intersection of sets. So ano nga po ba ang union and intersection of sets? Unahin po natin ang union of sets. The union of sets A and B, denoted by A union B, is the set containing all elements that are either in A or in B or in both A and B. So ano nga po ba ang ibig sabihin niya? So bago ako mag-present ng example, ang symbol po ng union of two sets ay A union B. Ganyan po yun. Okay? Yan po yung kanyang symbol. So pag sinabi po natin union of sets, ay kailangan po natin ng two or more sets para magkaroon po tayo ng union of sets. Okay? So let's have this example. Okay? Number 1, we have let set A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and set B is equal to 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to determine the union of set A and set B. Okay? So pag sinabi po natin union of set A and set B, ay kukunin po natin lahat yung kanyang elements. Okay? Ilalagay po natin lahat yung kanyang elements. Kasi union, ibig sabihin, pagsasamahin natin yung elements ng dalawang sets. Ano po? So ito po ay set 1. Ang elements po ng set A ay 1, 2, 3. Ang B po ay 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, for example here, sa set A mayroong 2, 3 at set B mayroong 2, 3. Okay? Bilugan ko po. So pareho po silang may 2 and 3 yung set A and set B. So anong gagawin po natin? Okay, isusulat po ba natin ng dalawang beses kasi dalawa po yan? No po. Kapag meron pong ganyang naulit na elements, ay minsan lang po natin isusulat. For example, we have 1, wala pong 1 doon. So yung 2, mayroong 2 po doon sa A and B and 3 also. 2 and 3, A and B. So minsan lang po natin susulat yung 2 and 3. Okay, kahit pareho po silang meron. Ano po? Okay, then next 4, kasi meron pong 4 dito sa B, and 5, meron pong 5. So yung containing elements between A and B ay lahat ng elements ng A and B. Ano po? Lahat po dapat makuha natin yung elements. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kaya ang A union B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So lahat po ng elements sa A and B ay nakuha po natin. Okay? That is union of two sets. Okay, so let's have another example. We have number 2. Let P or let set P is the set on counting numbers less than 6 and set Q is the set of even numbers less than 10. Notice here, yung given po na sets natin ay using verbal description method. So, ibig sabihin, wala pong elements na nakalagay dito. So bago po natin kunin yung union of A and B or the union of two sets, dito po ay sets P and Q, dapat makuha po natin yung elements ng set P and Q bago po natin ma-union sila. Okay, so unahin po natin yung set P. P is the set of on counting numbers less than 6. Ano po yung mga numbers or counting numbers less than 6? Ito po ay for P, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ito po yung mga numbers less than 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How about set Q? Set of even numbers less than 10. So, yung mga even numbers po ay, yun po yung divisible by 2. So, less than 10 daw. So, pwede pong 2, 4, 6, 8. Yun po yung mga even numbers. Ito po. Set Q is 2, 4, 6, 8. So, lahat po ito ay divisible by 2. Less than 10. Ano po? Kasi less than 10 po yung ating nakalagay na description po ng set dito. Okay. So now, mula po dito sa set P na elements and set Q na elements, then we can now derive the A or the union of two sets, the P union Q. Okay, so set P union set Q is equal to lahat po ng numbers na nandito. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito po 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then 6, 8, 6, 8. So again, 1, meron po dito. 2. So meron po dun sa P at meron po sa Q. Okay, meron po doon. Checkan ko po. And then 3, eto po, this one, 3. The next 4, meron po dito sa Q, meron din po sa P. Okay, meron na po tayong Q dito. The next 5, meron po sa P. Okay, this one. And then 6, 8. Ito po yung 6, 8 natin. Okay, so ibig sabihin, lahat po ng elements na nandito ay nakuha po natin. Okay, that is the union of set P and set Q. Okay, so next po ay intersection of sets. So ano naman po yung intersection of sets? The intersection of sets A and B denoted by A and then pabaliktad po na U, B, is the set containing all elements that are in both A and B. So ang symbol po ng intersection of sets ay pabaliktad po na U. So this is read as A intersection B. Okay? So ano pong ibig sabihin ng intersection of two sets? Yung pong elements na mayroon sa A at mayroon din po sa B. Okay? O yung elements na mayroon sa dalawang sets. Ito po yung ating example, number 1. Let set A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and set B is equal to 2, 3, 4, and 5. So ano po yung sets o yung elements rather ng A at nung B na pareho? So meron pong 2, 3 pareho, di ba po? So guhitan ko po, bilugan ko. So 2, 3 meron sa set A, 2, 3 meron po sa set B. So ibig sabihin, yung pagkakapareho po ng dalawang sets ay 2, 3, yan po yung kanyang intersection of sets. So if you're going to write the intersection of two sets, so A intersection B is equal to 2, 3. Ito pong dalawa lang. So yan po yung intersection of sets. Okay, so let's have another example, number 2. Let set P is the set on counting numbers less than 6 and set Q is the set of odd numbers less than 10. So we are going to determine the intersection between set P and set Q. So again, yung given po natin na set ay written on verbal description method. So hindi po natin makikita kaagad dito yung intersection ng set. So kailangan po natin i-transform itong set na ito into listing method. Okay, again, for set P, counting numbers less than 6. So ang P ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These numbers are less than 6 or counting numbers less than 6. How about set Q? Set of odd numbers less than 10. So again, yung mga odd numbers less than 10 ay, kanina po ay even numbers, ngayon naman po ay odd numbers less than 10. So yung mga odd numbers ay cannot be divisible by 2. So ito po ay 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay? So ito lang po yung mga odd numbers na less than 10. So that is for set Q. Okay, so now we have now the elements of set P and Q. We can now determine the intersection of P and Q. So alin po ang magkapareho dito na elements between P and Q? We have 1. Okay, bilugan ko po. We have 1. Next, ano po pong mayroon? We have 3. Next, meron pa po tayo. We have 5. Okay, meron pa po ba? So 1, 3, 5 lang po ang magkaparehong elements. So therefore, kung yun lang po ang magkapareho, yun po yung intersection ng dalawang sets. So P intersection Q is equal to 1, 3, and 5. Okay? Salamat sa pod kaibigan. Kung nagustuhan mo yung video nito, please click like and subscribe kung bago ka pa lang po dito sa aking channel.